Welcome, everyone, to A Witch Quest, a cat story. I am Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. My friends here have been waiting to see what horrible secret I've been hiding all night, and the answer is this. That's correct. That hat flourish is the thing I've been practicing all afternoon to be able to properly get this curve dead center. I know, it's completely vain, but there it is. This is a translated JRPG made in the same vein as Studio Ghibli's Kiki's Delivery Service about 13-year-old girls and their cat companions as they go through the world and go on adventures and journeys with and without magic, solving problems and gaining experience. We also, as you might see, have Erosaito in residence. Erosaito came to me with an idea one day, like the Avengers Initiative, but instead of superheroes, it's about artists. And he said, what if we did a show where artists live drew stuff on stream? And I was like, I can't pay them except in exposure bucks. And Arrow was like, I love exposure bucks. So here we are. Arrow's audio isn't working tonight. He can't talk to us, but I'll be introducing for him. You can see right now he's doing some amazing drawing. And he'll communicate with us using a Ouija board. So let's introduce everybody. We're all streamers here now. Pondo, you just launched a new show with Cotton last night. You guys are like a duo now. What's up, Pondo? Tell me about you. Tell me about your new show. It's called like Shadows over New Chicago. I didn't check it before I started talking. I probably should have done that.
It's fine. Calling it Streets of New Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I was really close.
You were really close.
Not close enough, but
so far.
Speaking of, all of our animals are running loose tonight, so yeah, there's cats and dogs everywhere.
I can't help it, or else he would just bark a storm.
No, I mean, it's fine. My cat's going to destroy the studio around me.
Yeah. Yeah, I just started episode 0, start talking about it. It's kind of going to be like a, I guess, Shadowrun-ish type of thing, but...
What system are you guys using?
It's mainly 5e, but we have a module that incorporating into it that kind of gives it more of a modern day type stuff, but the area is generally themed around 1950s. But with like Prohibition style, mobster type.
So it's
scenario.
Like Fallout Shadowrun.
Kind of.
I'm into it.
Yeah, so it'd be... We're going to miss next week because of the holidays. But episode 1 will probably be January 2nd.
Excellent.
And
where can people find you when you're streaming and not taking care of a dog?
At twitch.com/Pondothemad.
.tv.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get there.
Dog trying to eat me. But yes, and then you can catch, if you missed the stream, you can catch it on the VODs, or you can catch it on YouTube. I can't hear you right now because my thing is...
Understood. Cotton, welcome
Dog.
once again.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good.
You are on this show. I want to say Shadows over New Chicago, but I feel like
Streets
I got that
of New
wrong.
Chicago.
There we go. Second time, still wrong. And you also are an artist who does stuff on Twitter all the time, like cool ass sketches of like Stardew Valley animals and stuff. Listen, my mom is still in love with your work, right? She's like, who is this Ratosaurus guy and why does everyone have so much muscles? What is with all the muscles? And then she looks at your work and she's like, well, that's a young woman in a t-shirt hanging out with farm animals. That's fine. She loves it. She loves your work. Loves your style. I don't know where I was going with that. How is it going with you, Cotton? I feel like it's been forever since I talked to you.
It has been a while. I've been kind of busy, actually.
Yeah.
Not doing anything exciting, just,
That's okay.
busy.
I have something exciting to say to you, Cotton. Several weeks ago, I was speaking to you on a private subject about a future show, and you suggested to me that I watch an anime. Do you remember what anime that was?
Nope.
I watched it this afternoon. It's called Orin Host Club.
Oh,
I
right.
thought I went in completely blind. I saw the intro and I was like, I'm probably not going to like this show, but Khan suggested it, so I'll watch one episode. I'm hooked, 100% behind it. This
See,
could be the best show I have watched all season, and there have been some really good shows. I am completely behind it, and I missed the, I don't want to spoil anything, but, the reveal at the end of the first episode. I was shocked. I was like, oh, you know, I feel like all the other characters got that before me. So thank you, Cotton. This is an excellent thing, and there will probably be a future tabletop role-playing game show based off of that anime. And it'll be your fault completely. All right, no words. Bree, this is your first time on the show with me, but you are a accomplished tabletop role-playing game streamer and just streamer in general. And I think you showed up in chat one night and we're talking about the pre-roll that I had, and I was like, sick, I know this person. They used to have the Twitter name APrettyIdeal, and they used to shorten it to AP. And as I know, people with AP in their name are completely trustworthy, so I will invite them on this show.
Hi, well, thank you for having me. I don't know if I would use the word accomplished, but maybe I try my best a lot.
Oh no.
Yay! So I hope this works out then.
All right, we lost Cotton.
Oh,
Everything's chaos. Everything is chaos.
no. Oh no, how's your overlay?
I know that. Well, I mean, the big overlay's fine. It's just all of our faces are all over the place.
Okay.
How are you today? And what do you stream when you regularly stream?
Well,
People
right now...
people in chat are repping for you right now. They can't see me doing this. Here, over here in Esteban Square, I'm doing this motion.
Okay. Well, I've just started an unofficial stream team with my 4 best friends, and we are doing all sorts of tabletop role play. We started one last night. We were bawling, because we just got so into the role play that some dramatic things happened, and I cried actual tears. So I'm a little raw this morning. I don't know if you can, I guess you can link the channel. It's ITU Crew, twitch.tv, and it's on Twitter too. ITU.
If you can send it on Discord, I will definitely throw it on Twitch, because my Twitch doesn't like giving links.
Okay.
It'll ban everybody except me.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
Because them trolls, they troll hard.
Oh, they do troll hard. So hard.
Anyway. So I'm just excited for something, hopefully, maybe lighthearted. I can cry. It's fine if we go there, but I'm excited.
I'm also excited for you. All right, I got to figure out. Oh, this works out. The only person who needs to be changed is Cotton. All right, prepare for some Lexi intro. I got to concentrate on doing this. Sorry to throw it to you.
No, it's okay. No problem. Hello, I'm Lexi. This is probably, I don't even remember how many shows we've done at this point. There's quite a few.
A lot.
I'm a regular on Tuesday's show, Restart, with Lily and EQ, where we traipse around in an anime world doing relationship-y type stuff. But when I'm not having fun playing Dungeons & Dragons with Arthur, I am a League streamer, and I've actually started streaming Summoner's War. It's a mobile game. I don't know if you know it or not, but you can spend a lot of money on it, unfortunately. So you can find me at Twitch TV, Lexitails, Twitter, Instagram, all that sort of stuff, Lexitails. Try to keep it simple.
I feel like a chipmunk moving my head around, but I think we're all back into correct positions. If not, I'm sure chat will let me know. And I am a tabletop role-playing game streamer, and occasionally I wear funny hats whenever I feel like throwing my headset behind my neck. It's uncomfortable, but you have to commit to the role, so You know how it goes. Let me tell you about this game that we're about to play, because it's a pretty interesting thing that we're going to do here. Witch Quest is completely available, free online. Just Google Witch Quest RPG. Translate it over, and it introduces itself thusly. Have you ever wanted to use magic to transform into someone else? To get on a broom and fly through the air? To talk to animals and plants to make people happy? Make people happy. This is a magic book just for you. This book introduces you to a kind of magic called a role-playing game. If you want to know what it's like to be a witch and have adventures, read this book. So we've got our characters, and I think everybody's mostly done making characters. Yes? Did we miss anything here? All right. I'm seeing everyone either looking stunned or giving me some nods. So we're gonna get started. Witches live in a country called the Land of Isles. It is a belt-shaped country that stretches east to west with mountains in the north and coastlines to the south, and countless towns and villages throughout. It is not so much a single nation as a group of affiliated city-states. In the distant past, the legendary king known as Lord Eukiria united the entire world, and the land islands were a member state of his kingdom. That was many centuries ago, and today the towns have all manner of relationships with one another. Some are ruled by a king, while others are ruled by a mayor, the members of the Commerce Guild, or a neighborhood association. Even neighboring towns are practically different countries in some cases. Curiously, in the Land of Isles, the flow of time and dates is strange, different between different towns. A year in one place might be 2 months in another, and a day is 24 hours in most places. Different towns have different calendars and ways of measuring time. When one town is drinking wine, ready for its harvest festival, another might be beginning the harvest, and another has night falling. It could be noon in one, and it could be the dead of winter in a third. Each town has its own time. The residents live their lives in ways that fit that time, while travelers learn to adjust themselves to the time of each town that they visit. However, there are people who, rather than falling into step with the town's time, have their own. These people are called witches, and they have their own calendar that shapes their lives. The witch's calendar is based on a lunar cycle with 28 days in each month and 12 months in a year. For witches, a year has 336 days. This is part of why witches tend to look younger than they live. Because witches have their own time and calendar, they are not tied to any one town. Many say that because witches wield magic and fly our brooms, they are not tied to any town. Still, witches work to help people, but they are now equal to normal humans. Witches neither rule nor serve, they simply are equal. Needless to say, there are still people who think of witches as mere tools, but in this day and age, people's attitudes toward witches are steadily improving. Today, witches find their own way of life and seek out work that they can be proud of. More and more people understand witches, and intermarriage continues to rise. On the 22nd day of each month, the day of the bird, the witches hold meetings late at night. They gather to exchange information and to socialize. These occasions are for witches only, and even their cat familiars are not welcome. The December Witches' Party is the last one of the year and is a great celebration called the Walpurgisnacht, or Early Christmas. Witches live their lives alongside their cat partners, but on the 8th of each month of the witches' calendar, the day of the cat, cats have their monthly gathering. Each town has its own society of cats, and their monthly meetings are surprisingly frank. They exchange information, listen to the boss cat's speech if he has one, share a feast, and make passage of time with conversation. This is a gathering for only cats, and witches are not welcome. So, that's where we are at. Let's introduce our witch-cat pairs, or cat-witch pairs. Anybody want to go first and volunteer their partner to go second? No one? I mean...
I'll go.
All right, Lord Esteban. Tell us about yourself, oh Lord of Cats.
I am Lord Esteban.
Is he drawing Lord Esteban right now? This really big cat? Oh
That'd be a
boy.
positive. I am Lord Esteban, a warrior and a man of high standards. I got nothing else after that. I don't know.
Did a cat actually make a really loud noise while you were saying that?
That was
That
my
his
dog.
Oh man, I thought it was a cat going
was-
row row.
No, I was probably him yawning. He's a very talkative dog.
Excellent. And you've picked a witch, correct?
Yes, my witch, Maisie. Big floppy hat. Why don't you introduce yourself, Maisie?
Well, I'm Maisie. I have a big floppy hat, and that's very important.
I mean, as a person who owns a big floppy hat, I agree.
I don't know what else he wants to tell about the witches.
What do you want to say about yourself?
I don't know.
All right,
I'm
that's fine.
really, really good at some things and absolutely horrible at other things.
All right. Well, I guess we'll learn more about the things that you are good and horrible at as time passes. Luna, Septimus, want to jump in here?
Okay. I am Luna. I am. I have magically given myself cat ears to feel more one with my inner being of a cat girl. And my magic kind of revolves around healing and talking to animals, as well as flying. I'm really good at flying, apparently. So, Septimus is my cat and companion.
Septimus he's a boy cat. He gets into a lot of trouble.
As cats
He's-
do.
Pounces on things that are probably shadows, probably gets distracted a little too easily. I would imagine my witch is probably like, stop digging in the trash. Stop digging in the trash. Hey, like to throw a piece of food to distract him. But he tries his best. He really does. And he's pretty. I think when he walks into a room, like he expects to be scratched behind the ears.
Of course.
Because
Yeah.
he knows.
I know a cat like that.
He's like, I'm here. Why aren't you touching me? I feel like that's who he is as cat.
And our artist, B. Curvello, aka Erosaito. You can learn more about him on YouTube if you click in the description section below. But out there, yep, he's going to draw stuff while I talk. He's an amazing artist, absolutely fantastic. You can commission him if there's stuff that you need. He has a pin on his Twitter page. You can find everything he's got. Follow him, subscribe to him, like to him. He doesn't even have a YouTube, but find a way to click a like button for him because this guy is crazy. His drawing speed is fantastic. He's learning to help me draw. I'm afraid that I'm terrible, but it's not the master's fault, just the students. I really don't know what else to say about this guy. This is his show. He invented this show. We wouldn't be here without Erosaito, aka P. Curvello. Now he's drawing Piff. All right. I don't know whether it's like Piff or like.
I'm pretty sure it's.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we'll go there.
I'm just looking at Lord Esteban right now.
Meow.
I know, he looks great.
Meow.
I will say that following him on Twitter is a magical journey.
Yes, it is.
Like just randomly seeing the drawings pop up on your feed in the middle of like sad things. You're just like, oh, look. Oh, that makes me feel better. So like, even if you don't have to commission him or just follow him anyway, retweet all of his stuff. It's great.
That's a good plan. Excellent plan. We begin on a day known as December 20th. 2 days away from the Walpurgisnacht, the most important festival in a witch's life. We find our two young witches, Luna and Maisie, aged 13, in front of the most important witch in the world, the Elder Witch. This is their first meeting with the Elder Witch, and unfortunately, she seems to be slumped over at her desk taking a nap. She too has a enormous witch's hat with a nice crook that's not fallen over like mine, and a little half moon symbol on the end of it. It's clear that if her hair wasn't up, it would probably be down to the floor. She has this incredibly silky silver hair spread all over the desk, and her cat, a silver cat, is just rolling around in it as she's slumped over, her hands on the desk. She seems to be sleeping in it. Maisie, Luna, is this the first time you've met each other? Like, do you have a previous relationship? Have you heard of each other? Tell me more. I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm gonna say first time meeting each other.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do? You've been told to see the elder witch, but she seems to be sleeping and her cat's completely distracted.
It's kind of, well, I guess because with my tarot card being the dream, I'm like, I can understand taking a mid-afternoon nap with all this. I mean, the Great Festival is just, it's so close. I'm sure she's been very busy. So I just kind of sit. I assume there's a chair to sit in. I probably just kind of start nodding off myself, waiting for her to wake up.
I'll kind of shake Luna awake.
Is she awake now?
No,
No.
no.
Oh.
You look at the clock on the wall, Luna. Only about 5 seconds have passed.
I don't feel comfortable waking her up. I don't want to like upset her. I mean, why don't you go do it? Why don't you go wake her up?
You want me to wake her up?
Well, I was trying to take a nap until you woke me up. I was just gonna wait.
You were already asleep. It's been like 5 seconds.
Well, I know that's that thing about me. I just kind of sleep anywhere at any time. Just.
I have that power too.
You have to admit that these chairs are pretty comfy.
Sure. I guess they're comfy. Maybe we should, gently wake her up though to get the meeting done. We did come here for a reason.
Cats aren't in the scenario, are they?
The cats aren't in the scenario yet. So when you say you're going to go wake her up, the cat rolls over and presents its belly to the two of you, then opens its mouth and goes, meow.
Let's see. I'll probably go up and start scratching its belly.
Oh, that's a dangerous game right there.
Is it? I like things.
Some cats like that, some don't.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely going to be a skill roll of some kind, right? You have some way. Yes, you have the animal skill, correct?
Yes.
All right, let's roll for this.
Okay.
So you roll 2d6 a number of times equal to your skill rating in that skill.
So I do it 3 times.
Okay. You need to get a pair at least once in order to succeed.
Okay, so I'll just roll them twice.
No.
6.
Nope. No. All right. So you reach in for this cat's belly. Rear claws are out. And you come away with a little slice on your left index finger.
That's gonna burn later.
Oh, you're right.
See? We should just let them be.
You pet his belly. That was brave.
Well, I mean, I expected better results with my affinity for animals.
I would never pet Lord Esteban's belly.
Wow.
Around this time, the elder witch begins stirring and kind of shoots up in her seat and fluffs her hair out. You can see that when she's properly sitting, her incredibly long hair has been tied into a bow behind her head. And it's this incredibly complex, like, weave within a weave, making some sort of weird glyph-like figure. And she immediately pretends like she wasn't sleeping, even though there's drool coming down the side of her mouth. So it's hard to tell how old she is. You know that she has to be quite old to be called the Elder Witch, but she's got this very youthful look to her despite the silver hair. And she's like, oh, good afternoon, Luna. Maisie, I wasn't expecting you for another few minutes.
Squeezing in a quick nap. I like that.
The cat on the desk immediately just like goes, meow.
Yeah, I found out your cat doesn't really enjoy belly rubs, at least not from strangers.
She just stares at you, just like, well, yes, of course. You know it's dangerous to touch another witch cat.
I did not know that.
Well, you're young, and you haven't even gone on a proper journey yet. I assume you've introduced yourselves to each other?
Nope.
No.
Well, I'll give you 1 minute to do that. And then she drops her head back on the table.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Luna. So do we just come of age? Do we have our cats already?
You have your
maybe?
cats now, yes.
Okay. All right. It's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Maisie.
Do you have any special affinities?
For magic or fortune telling and healing?
Ah, I'm actually a healer as well. I have an affinity for talking and dealing with animals, but clearly not the cat here.
I saw that.
Yes.
She just reaches over and gives her like a pat.
Thank you. It wasn't my finest moment, but there'll be more opportunities to get it to love.
The witch immediately shoots back up and is like, oh, I assume you know each other better now?
Yes.
Quite.
Ah, well, I've called you here because we have a situation. There's a certain town on the coast named Baytown. I'm going to be sending both of you there. I hope that you enjoy your time. I know you'll be away from your families, but you have your cats and each other, and that's all the family you'll need. You'll be attending the Walpurgis Knock there, and you'll be beginning your first work session as caretakers.
Caretakers?
Yes, yes. Here's the address right here. It's a retirement home.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. That's nice.
Well, it's good that you have high hopes.
Not really. It sounds kind of boring.
I think it sounds nice.
Well, I guess it is entry level.
I'm sure they're very nice there.
Well, you'll find out for yourself.
I'm just not changing any pee pans.
As witches, young lady, we must do whatever it takes in order to survive in this new world of cell phones and television. And you know, when we were younger, we didn't have these luxuries.
But they don't sound like luxuries. They sound like worries now. How you put it.
She's just looking at you as she reaches over to scratch her cat's head while looking at you.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Don't mean to be so blunt.
Well, it's your choice to approach life however you wish. Luna, if someone your age is already so candid, I expect you'll be Elder Witch in no time.
Wow, thank you so much for that praise, Elder Witch.
Maisie, the Elder Witch gives you a look like that wasn't praise.
She just nods and, understanding. Just pats Luna on the head. She can reach it. She steps on her tippy toes to pat Luna on the head.
So we cut to a cinematic of this beautiful ocean vista. The sun is setting. It's slowly slipping below the horizon line. The horizon is orange and purple pastels with the clouds catching it. and the camera begins swooshing along, and we can see from the waves that we're moving very fast. And we slowly turn, and we see Luna and Maisie flying in formation with Lord Esteban and Septimus on their brooms toward what would assumably be Baytown. So Baytown is a relatively large town set at the base and into a mountain tier. So the houses, you can clearly see, like, it's a street along the side of a mountain, and then the next layer up is a street along the side of the mountain. However, despite the fact that there's no snow anywhere in Baytown, the Half Moon Bay, for which the town is named, is completely frozen over with ice. And the closer you get to the town, the more you can feel a magic aura of not hate exactly, but just kind of dislike. Everyone in the town seems very bored or kind of apathetic, despite the fact it's December 20th. And Christmas is almost upon them. They celebrate Christmas. It's not as cool as Walpurgisnacht, but, you know. Not everyone can be a witch. Lord Esteban, Septimus, I have a question for the two of you. Whenever you go to a new town, you have an obligation to report to the cat boss of that town. Some cats do it immediately. Some cats, they like wait a while to show how independent they are or how special they are. Some cats are too cool for the whole process and don't bother with it. What about the two of you?
Septimus would very much want his name to be recorded everywhere because he's so important in his own head. He would definitely go first thing, like, I have arrived. It is
Lord Esteban would go first thing, just to get this situation out of the way, so he can do his better things.
So I feel like we get Maisie and Luna landing at the church on their brooms, and the two of you just pounce off the broom and immediately into the town. We get like a overtop, like tabletop RPG style view of the two of you going through town. It's like you guys going through a maze with like a line of light behind you. You're just like going over and under things. Occasionally you go in a circle, and finally you arrive at a warehouse. On top of the warehouse, there is a enormous, fat, orange tabby cat. I mean, this thing looks like he's at least 25 pounds. It's not all fat either. Like, his arms and legs are beefy. He's got a huge puffy tail, and he's sitting in a sphinx position as you approach. I love how you're holding your cat up. Yes, he looks like that, but orange. Exactly.
All right, Septimus will respectfully trot, but his little head is held high because he's proud to be there. Reporting.
So, there's a thing that cats do. Cats ignore each other in order to show how proud they are. So, the more important a cat thinks that they are, the longer they avoid looking at the other cat until finally they'll acknowledge them. Do you acknowledge the boss immediately, or do you spend some time like preening yourself, just showing how cool you are, Septimus? Maybe like fluffing your tail out?
I feel like Septimus doesn't have the patience for that.
Okay, all right.
So he, like, maybe he would do the cat thing of like not making eye contact directly, but I don't know if he would waste too much time.
All right, the cat
trying
boss
to play a game.
Yeah, notices that Septimus is very to the point. Lord Esteban, what about you?
Of course, Lord Esteban thinks he's much better than this tabby.
Oh, you're challenging the boss cat?
Of course.
Of course. I mean, why wouldn't you shake it up? I feel like, do you want to use any cat magic here to make something happen?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know that you have any magic that you want to use, but
I got like 17 points.
Yeah. It's just a question of what kind of magic you want to cast. Other than that, you can make a roll at your beauty to see how beautiful you are.
Obviously, I would have like a red carpet in my path, guiding my way.
Of course.
Wind billowing my cape.
I don't know if you could do that, but
Oh.
We'll look at cat magic here. So, witches can do anything they want with magic. And we assemble how hard a spell is based on what they want to have happen. Cats can only do specific things, but they don't have to roll. They just always do those things. You can't make a red carpet. You
Okay.
can force someone to beckon towards you. You can make this large cat come and sit before you. You can open up a hole in the air and appear directly before him if you want to just avoid having to climb up top. You can put him to sleep.
I would probably try to beckon him to me.
Okay. I mean, there's no try. If you spend 6 points of cat magic, it happens.
I do it.
Okay. So Septimus, as you're sitting there watching, Lord Esteban's eyes glow briefly, and the tabby stands up, and you can see from his face that he's incredibly annoyed, and he begins jumping down slowly from area to area off the towers of this industrial warehouse, moving towards Lord Esteban. All the other cats in the area begin coming out of windows and looking down, and they're all whispering, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Lord Esteban, who is this new cat? What is he doing? Oh my gosh, it's a witch cat!" And everybody, you just hear witch cat over and over again. The boss sits in front of you, Lord Esteban, and towers over you and looks down at you and says, "My child, why would you do this thing to me? You come before me in the place of my power, in this town called Baytown, which I run as the King of Cats, and you disrespect me. I am a former cat of a witch. My witch got married, and I no longer have the magic, and yet you come here to my sacred place, to where I am king, and you dare to use this magic on me. Have you no respect for our cat traditions?"
I have respect for the proper line. You may have been a witch cat before, but are not now. And I have come from a long line. A line of very successful witch cats. I've just come here to report in and get this out of the way. Thank you for gracefully walking to me. It would have been such a hassle to go up towards you.
The boss slaps you on the nose with the paw. What do you do, Esteban?
Can I dodge it?
Yeah.
I try to dodge it.
All right. He's like, "Oh, you dodged it?" Now he's just like, "And you, other new cat, are you a witch cat as well? Come before me as a retainer of this hooligan who upsets my court."
Oh. Okay. Sits.
"I appreciate your respectfulness. What can you tell me about yourself?"
My name is Septimus, and I am here on a very important mission.
"What is the nature of your mission, Septimus?"
It's a good question. My witch was telling me about it on the way here, but I don't remember.
"That's reasonable. Humans say things all the time, but only cats have business that is worthwhile."
I agree.
"I appreciate the respect that you have shown me by coming here and not being like this other cat, Lord Esteban.
Esteban just rolls his eyes.
Is Lord Esteban a colleague of yours? Are you in a cat relationship?"
I don't seem to have a choice. He followed me.
"I see.
We were both coming to the same place. There was no following.
That's a very billowy cape you have.
Thank you. Made from the finest panda fur.
Lord
Killed a
Esteban,
panda?
Yes.
the disrespect you have shown me will be noted in the cat courts, and I will spread word to all of the fellow cat kings that you are not to be treated with respect until you apologize.
Very well.
If you come to me and you ask me for something, I will say no.
That is fine by me.
You are forever banished from my court, Lord Esteban, until you come to me with an apology. You may now leave my court.
Very well. And he leaves.
You, Septimus, I have for you a fine dish. As is custom in Baytown, when a visitor comes to us, we treat them as if they are a member of our family. And so, you may have some of these freshly canned sardines, which are both salty and delectable.
How did you know that these are my favorite?
We are cats.
I forget sometimes. How many can I have?
So, there's like another cat that's struggling on the ground trying to roll the ripstop off the top of it. They've got the can like in their four paws and are using their mouth to try to pull back the tab. And the boss cat's just like, you may have as many from this can as you desire as soon as Freckles gets it open.
Come on, Freckles. I don't have all day. I need them. I need them so bad. Is there like even a little bit open? Like, can we smell it yet?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And you can see the oil leaking out from inside.
Oh, trying to like paw at the oil. Like, did get a little taste. Just a little taste.
I think we get a montage of Septimus destroying some sardines. I don't know how in-depth we want to get on this sardine porn.
I mean, he's enjoying it immensely. Maybe trying to share just to be nice, but not really. Like, oh, you can have this piece.
All the other cats are feasting as well on,
Septimus is chowing down.
fancy feasts served in crystal goblets and, dry cat food and some greenies. It's a cat feast. You're a newcomer who has come bearing gifts of respect for the boss.
Oh,
You are now a member of the Baytown family.
it's a good feeling.
We come together with Maisie, Luna, Septimus, and Lord Esteban standing outside of the Shady Oaks retirement home. So I want to note that witches and their cat partners can speak to each other. Witches can speak to each other and cats can speak to each other. But Esteban and Luna, Maisie and Septimus cannot speak to each other. They do not speak the same language.
Got a question?
Yep.
With my animal affinity, does that allow me to? Because in the skill it says I could talk to animals.
Yes. Also, cats have the ability to transform into humans. Specifically, Lord Esteban can transform into Maisie, and Septimus can transform into Luna, and then they gain the ability to speak.
Oh.
Sounds utterly dreadful.
Yes. I didn't think you'd be down with it, but it's an ability that you have.
If it was come down to it, I suppose I will.
Well, thanks, Esteban.
You should be thanking for me. It would be quite an honor for me to replicate you. You feel honored.
Your cat is quite pompous.
Now, if you could please, I am quite famine. Could you open one of the cans for me?
If you say please, again.
Don't you have?
I don't think you know how this works, madam.
Come on, Esteban, say please. And I shake the can a little bit.
Oh, man. It's like me and my cat.
Madam, I do
Esteban?
not say please.
Say
After
pretty,
asking
pretty
what?
please.
No.
And I shake the can again. No,
Any way
I
I can
set
mess-
the can up.
Is
on
there
the
any way I
table.
can mess with her with magic?
You can cast Cat Meal to obtain 1 meal's worth of food. But it won't be tasty. Oh, you want to get her to give you the can?
I just want to mess with her.
Oh, you want to mess with her? Yes. So, one thing I haven't noted yet is if a witch tries to do something they don't have any ability in, or they use an ability they have but want the cat's assistance, they can ask the cat, or the cat can offer help. The cat can offer up to 3 cat points. Each cat point gives you an extra pair of dice to roll. Both pairs begin with 100 cat points, and this is the part where it's going to get a little complicated. At the end of the scenario, the number of cat points remaining is the amount of experience the witches get, and the number of cat points that has been spent in order to have the cats help them is how much experience the cats get. So the cats want to try to trick the witches into letting them help as much as possible, and the witches don't want to let the cats help. If you're going for maximum experience gain. Oh no, Era, what have you done? All right, you reversed it. That's fine. All right, perfect. So you want to mess with your human, and I think you have an ability where you permanently ignore your human until they Oh, is it called cat breakfast? I think that's what it's called.
That's the one I saw, yeah.
It's where you ignore your cat human until they give you breakfast. Not before breakfast. You sit there and do nothing until you get fed. Until your witch gives you 1 meal's worth of food, she cannot get you to help her at all. It will cost you 1 cat point.
Absolutely.
All right. Your eyes flash, and Maisie, you recognize that Lord Esteban has used not for breakfast on you. He cannot move and cannot be made to do anything until you give him food.
Really? Really? You couldn't just say please?
He's not going to do anything.
Just looks away.
Septimus, I'm curious. You see this happening. What's your opinion on the situation? Are you embarrassed by this?
He should have just been nice to the boss cat, and then he would also be stuffed with delicious sardines.
I understand.
It's not my business. I'm full and happy.
Such a good kitty. Scratches behind your ear.
I feel like Septimus said that out loud and then brushed up against Luna, but that's my headcanon there.
That's why I go scratch behind the ear. Give a little treat, because being a good cat, not being pompous.
Maisie, it's down to you. You can either give Lord Esteban some food, or you can go ahead and do something else, and he'll wait here for you for eternity.
I guess she just waits for a few minutes to make sure he's actually doing it.
Oh, it's very obvious. So there's people going by on the street, carrying shopping bags, and they see this cat just firmly rooted in the ground, and people are trying to step over the cat or go around it, and one guy's just like, "Hey, I'm walking here. Well, move your cat, lady."
I will open the can of cat food and give it to him.
All right. Lord Esteban, you're no longer paralyzed by your own magic. You have been fed by this delicious can of cat food.
Thank you, madam. Sorry.
You're welcome, Esteban.
Could have avoided this whole scenario if you just
You could
gave
have
it to
said
me
please.
when I asked him. Madam, you know how this works.
Esteban.
He rolls his eyes, continues eating, ignoring her.
What a funny relationship you have.
I don't have the patience for that kind of nonsense. There's things to do.
We've wasted so much time just sitting here because of that fat, pompous cat over there.
Well, that's not very nice.
I am not. Wait, I can't understand her, can I?
No.
Yeah, you can. Because I can talk. Oh, you saw? I saw.
Oh, you can. Oh, if you want to
Yeah,
roll for the skill, yeah, you can. Let's do it. You want to make yourself be understood?
No, I want. Yeah, actually, yeah, I do. I don't want to do that.
All right.
I roll 3 dice, right?
Yep. You look to get a pair.
Let's see. How do I just do 3 at one time? Is it?
You could roll 66, and then we'll assemble the pairs.
Okay, 66.
You did not get a pair. All right. You try to make yourself known to Lord Esteban, but Lord Esteban, you're looking at Luna, and she goes like this. Meow, 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 cats. Humans sound utterly
What is
ridiculous.
that human babbling about? It's quite annoying.
He's not pompous and he's not fat. He's just fluffy.
Speaking of fluff, remember, Maisie, I need to be brushed later. My hair is gone into a knot from going under so many fence posts. It needs to be properly groomed.
Just pats him on the head.
Miss Maisie, you do know that I don't like to be pat on the head.
You're adorable.
Any other way I can mess with her now?
All right, let's look at the book. I'm sure there's plenty of ways you can mess with her. You can use cat stare. You make it so that someone in a conversation falls silent. Use it so that someone who butts in on a conversation will be quiet and listen to you. You can also cat scratch people's eyes. They won't be able to see normally for one day.
Oh my god.
You could also make it rain. If she was casting a spell, you could interfere with it. Oh, interesting. You can use the spell called Pearl Before Cats. This spell makes someone's worldly desires disappear for 30 minutes. I don't know that that's actually a good thing to use, but sure. A human or animal affected by this cannot be tempted or bribed, and instead makes only calm, rational decisions.
I'll make it rain.
Okay. All right, that's 5 more cat magic points. It just dumps rain down around you. Everybody in the area is like, oh no, I shouldn't have worn Totten today. And someone else is just like, my suede shoes! Ah, come on, what the frig? But way more astonishingly is there's a 6-year-old girl that's walking past all of you. And as it starts raining, she stamps her feet in the rain and goes, I bet there's a witch around here somewhere, ruining everything once again.
No, it's just a cat.
She turns and looks at you, Luna, and says, what do you mean a cat? Cats can't make it rain.
You act like you're an expert on witches. Do you even know a witch?
Well, yes, I think I'd know a witch when I saw one.
Okay, how?
Well, they wear, and then she looks at Maisie, big, pointy hats, and they have giant cats, and then she begins screaming, it's a witch! She points at Maisie and Esteban, witch! Witch!
I feel like we should probably leave the area.
What is that human babbling about now?
Well, now they know we're witches. They're not happy about it, Esteban.
Well, maybe if you didn't wear such a dreadful hat, it'd be easier for them not to notice you.
Good day, sir. Good day.
Maybe if you hadn't made it rain because you're throwing a fit.
I was teaching you a lesson.
So, Septimus, Esteban, you're both getting downpoured on as cats. You're just staying out in the rain.
Heck no. Run to the nearest overhang.
You run up to the shady oaks.
I stay out in the rain so that it's more annoying for her to groom me later.
He's gonna pick him up by the scruff of his neck, like in the picture there, and carry him over to the dry spot.
All right, you're standing on the underhang outside of Shady Oaks.
I bite her hand.
Wow. All right, make a strength roll real quick.
What do I need to roll?
Your strength score?
That's 2d6 usually, right? Unless the warrior card gives me.
I think that being a male cat
gives you 2.
Yep. So you're rolling 46, and you're looking to make a pair.
Shit.
You just
wrong system.
Yep. No pairs.
Okay, so it has to be like 4 and up.
Yeah, it has to be a pair within the clumping. Yeah, you go to bite Maisie's hand. Maisie, you see Lord Esteban just like,
unhand me.
He just can't seem to make that bite.
What are you doing?
I'll set him down once we get into a dry area.
All right.
This is obscene and you're ruining my image.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have made it rain.
Maybe you should be more respectful of me.
Maybe you should be more respectful of me.
That is absurd. I am of the highest pedigree.
Septimus, Luna, while the two of them are facing towards each other arguing, the two of you are watching as townspeople are fleeing in every direction. Some of them are moving to stand in overhangs like yourselves. Others seem to be attempting to get home as quickly as possible. But around all of them, there's this magic cloud of not quite darkness, but shadow growing around their auras. The people are not prepared for Walpurgisnacht or Christmas, whatever it is that they do around here. They're upset now. This rain is ruining their day.
This rain is ruining my day. I didn't plan to get wet today. Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. I hate him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, would you like to come in for some warmth? I have my cape. It's waterproof.
Yes. Pounce into it and just like
What
try
is-
to wipe off all of the water onto your clothes.
There you go. Kind of shake my hands off and stuff. Well, he is quite dreadful, isn't he? But we're here for a reason, and all we've been doing is watching them bicker. I feel like we should at least start trying to figure out why we're here and what's going on with all these people.
They look so sad. Isn't this some human festival? They should be happy.
I agree. Unfortunately I have no way to look into any magic that could be affecting them, but I could ask some of the creatures around us if they've seen anything or sensed anything weird.
You can cast a magic spell to determine the magic in the area. You can literally do anything with magic.
About to use her points, right?
You have to roll to use magic.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it costs you any points to do magic, right?
Because there's one that's detect magic. There's a skill called detect
Oh.
or investigate magic.
All right, well, that's different. Yes. That is if you want to use your skill to do it. If you want to cast a magic spell, though, again, you can do literally anything. You could, like, scratch your own back or cause someone to be happy or create an entirely new galaxy.
Well, I guess the first thing I like to do is try to stop the rain. I think the first thing,
Okay.
first point of business is to try to stop this rain so it can, actually get out from underneath this overhang.
Oh, boy. All right. This is our first time casting witch magic, and it's all kinds of crazy. It's going to cost 5. So it's going to be a 5 difficulty because that's how many cat points it costs the cat to do it.
Okay.
And then we got to add together all sorts of other stuff. So, what can witches do with magic? What is your power level on the 20th?
Let's see. On the 20th, it is a 4.
All right. Your difficulty is 5, and your target is the entire town. They do not believe in magic strongly. So that's going to be a 6.
Okay. Septimus,
4, 5, 6,
would you mind aiding me in this spell?
10, 15.
Of course.
The overall magic belief here is next to none. Maybe that is why they're so unhappy under around such a magical time as Walpurgisnacht in Christmas.
Walpurgisnacht.
Yes,
Walpurgisnacht.
Walpurgisnacht.
You watch Madoka. It's like that. What's her name? Walpurgis. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
You shouldn't
How
talk
do
about
I
Madoka.
how do I assist?
You're right. We shouldn't talk about Madoka.
Yeah.
You can offer her. She can spend cat points, and you can offer her up to 3 cat points to give her more dice to roll.
Ooh, 3 cat points it is.
Okay, all right. You're just going full ham on this magic.
Heck yeah, these people are sad. It's getting in the way of my fun.
Yeah. Not to mention we're all drenched and it's kind of cold now.
I'm pretty dry.
Oh.
I used Joe as a towel.
Well, I do like to take care of my companion.
Unfortunately, cats can't help you on this specific type of spell
No.
or any spells. You rolled 2d6, and you need to see if your result is less than the spell success rate. So you need to roll 2d6, multiply them together. So that's 6, and you needed to get a 15. So you succeed.
Oh.
You need to be less than that number.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah, you tell us about your magic, right? Cat magic is always just cats doing things. How do you make the rain go away?
So I like to think that I feel like my character looks more like almost like a cleric type and she has a healer. So it's almost like she's praying to like the powers around her. And so like a magic circle that's kind of like a lightish blue shimmering kind of forms around me and starts to circle and shoots up into the air and kind of sucks up all the rain in the clouds and the sun pops out. Woo!
So there's a guy nearby running past with a newspaper held over his head. And he just looks up and then looks over at you with your, magic circle around you. And he's like, "Thanks, buddy. Keep up the good work, kid." Then he just folds the newspaper up and keeps jogging away.
That was nice. Now I can finally get some work done after we had to clean up the mess that your cat.
Did that human just drop my spell?
Do not do it again.
What?
All right.
How dare you command?
I feel like we're getting nowhere.
Oh, I love this curled hand thing here. It's just so like, I am upset.
Hand on hip.
If I wasn't low on magic, I would do it again.
You are not getting any treats tonight.
What?
You have not been behaving.
This is absurd.
What's the chance that we can just ditch them?
That's what I was about to say. I agree. I think we should, Maisie, I feel like we should split up to better.
Don't listen to her. She's trying to ditch us. Her cat said so.
All I hear is yan, yan, yan. So I think that's what we're going to do. I just kind of pat Lord Esteban on the head. Good kitty. Good
He doesn't like being patted on the
Don't
head.
touch me. I bite her.
All right. I feel like this is a skill roll here. Luna, if you want to attempt to use your skill at...
I want to flash him my wonderful smile to charm him to not bite me.
I think Wonderful Smile only works on humans. Let's double check. I think you're going to have to use your Talk to Animals skill.
I mean, that's worked so well so far. Like I said, all of my RNG went with
making your
my
character. All right, so Lord Esteban, you're going to be rolling your strength skill, trying to make a pair. And whoever gets more pairs will succeed.
Okay.
None. Let's
thanks.
see here. You are attempting to use Wonderful Smile. Yep, it only targets people, so you're going to have to use your animal handling.
So I do 66, right?
Yep. You just need one pair.
Come on.
Nope. All right. You try to bat her away. She tries to pet you. In the end, like, Luna pokes Maisie in the stomach at one point. Like, it's real bad. Y'all are just in a big mess.
Oh no. Septimus would try to get in the middle of that to protect.
Right. I feel like that's the end, is like Septimus with two paws pushing Esteban and Luna apart.
Stop it, you fat idiot!
What?
Don't touch my human.
Those are fighting what you challenge my honor.
I just stood in the middle of your actual fight. You are now describing what has happened. This makes no sense.
Maisie, drop me right now. I must protect
Protect your honor.
protect my honor.
All you're doing is stating the obvious. Just stop.
She has called me fat for the last time.
It's okay. You're not fat. You're just very fluffy.
Well, he hasn't. But you haven't understood anything I've said.
And you haven't understood anything he said. Are you brawling, Septimus, Lord Esteban?
No, I think trying to like push the cat away from Luna, like just stay away, you weirdo. Like, or like trying to dodge paws or something.
So, an elderly woman in a Studio Ghibli style yellow shawl with a big scarf and Coke bottle glasses with big swirlies. So just like salt and pepper hair, begins using her walker to come down the pathway towards Shady Oaks Retirement Center and is like, "Oh my, your cats seem very animated, young ladies. They must be such good friends. Stepping out of the rain, are you?" And you can see she's got like tennis balls on her walker and Just moving incredibly slow speed towards you down the walkway, really slowly. Yes, good friends indeed. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And she
What is this
begins
human saying?
holding her hand out towards Lord Esteban and making kissy motions with her face.
What is this human wanting?
I think she wants to pet you.
What?
You seem quite sweet and that y'all are friends.
I shall not be petted unless I wish.
We are trying to help these people, so you better stop wishing to be petted.
Young lady.
That is not acceptable.
It's so cute how you're talking to your cat like he can respond to you. You kids these days and your imaginations. Continues walking towards you. She's about halfway down the path now.
Excuse me, lady.
Yes, you can call
don't
me
mind me
grandmother.
Okay. Oba-san.
I prefer Oba-chan, but yes.
Oba-chan? It makes you feel younger, I assume.
Oh, yes. I'm a very spring 71.
That is quite young. I was just curious if you were excited for the Christmas season, or if you've even noticed anything strange happening around here.
Oh, is it almost Christmas?
Yes, it's the 20th
Of what?
of the month that has Christmas here.
Oh, yeah, yes, I knew that.
So you're not excited.
Yeah, I remember everything that you said.
Okay.
No, I'm just a little confused.
She's
Yes.
crazy.
Christmas is very exciting. Yes. I was really hoping that my grandson would come visit me. I haven't seen him in some time, but with the bay completely iced over, no one's able to get in or out of the town.
When did the bay get iced over?
Oh, a few days ago, I saw a witch flying over the bay, and then it iced over the very next night. I bet there's a witch around.
Which witch is which, though?
Well, I thought I recognized her. It's that Rebecca Charity Margrave girl that's on the television all the time. Her father's the wealthy industrialist, and her mother's the elder witch.
I wonder if the elder witch had any idea that she froze the lake.
You know the elder witch. Oh, you must be very accomplished, They say that she doesn't meet anybody nowadays except at the witch's tea party. Are you an investigative journalist of some kind? You seem rather young.
No, but she did say that I had the makings of the next elder witch, so...
Oh, my.
Yes.
I'm just going to cover my hand and try not to laugh at that.
Wait, are you a witch?
Crap.
My word! And she's finally in front of you, and she puts her hands on her glasses and begins leaning towards you and says, "Are you a cat?"
No, I'm not a cat.
I thought I was taking my medication, but you seem to be an enormous talking cat.
No, I just have a thing for cat ears and stuff. I think it's really cute. I watch anime and stuff, and they do it all the time, so I thought, why not use magic to do it? I mean, it also gives me a listening skill of 1, so...
I don't understand anything you said from anime to listening skill. She turns to Maisie and is like, "Am I off my medication today? I thought that I took it before I left this morning. They don't let me out of the building."
My head is like, I'm just like in the back, with like this little...
You're standing... I assumed you were a nurse here, young lady. Well, either way, excuse me, I need to get inside.
I open the door for her so she can get inside.
All right. She stops to reach down, and you can hear her knees, cracking a little bit to pet Esteban on the head.
He's actually not...
Septimus
he doesn't like being
swipe her away. Is like, don't
Septimus will intercept the pet.
tell this
Septimus
woman to stop trying to touch
Oh my
me.
goodness! Look at this beautiful young cat. Why, this is an amazing cat. I've never seen a blue cat before. Well, it's so well behaved. She turns to Maisie and says, "You've done a good job raising it."
Well, and I just gesture her for to go on inside.
Oh no, Erosaito, we lost full screen.
Oh no.
I know. But now we're all in the middle here now. Everyone can see us. Hello.
Yeah, that is a well-behaved cat. It must be nice to have a cat who's so well-behaved. I slowly look at Esteban.
It's quite,
Why are you looking at me?
quite nice. And yes, his pelt is quite nice. That's why we match.
I believe you're trying to hint at something, but I'm going to choose to ignore it.
I figured so.
Oh my. Well, it seems as if you have 3 cats, young woman, or
No, the blue cat is my cat. I am not a cat. I am not a cat. I just have cat ears.
the old woman
What
begins
is the
scratching
giant
you
cat
behind your
babbling
cat
about?
ears, and it's like, there now.
I
There,
just
there.
kind of go. Okay.
It's nice, right?
Oh yeah, that is nice. You know, I'll just let it be for right now.
Don't
I start to,
worry.
I start to nap, because my tarot card start to kind of nod up.
She
So-
shuffles into the building and says, "Don't worry, I'm sure in your next 9 lives you'll be a human girl."
I am a human girl.
What is the giant cat lady talking about now? She seems
Oh,
to
you know.
babble a lot, and she's asleep. Is she a human or is she a cat? I cannot tell.
She's a human. She just has cat ears. Rocky,
She falls asleep like one. Are you certain that she's not a cat?
I'm about 90% sure she's a human.
That's not very certain.
It's pretty certain.
It's like 70 and 30 at this point.
She did enjoy getting scratched behind the ears.
I mean, have you
You,
ever had it?
other cat. Is she a human or a cat?
You will never know because I will never tell you.
How dare you?
Enjoy your confusion. We are not friends now. You have insulted me.
You've insulted me.
Well, where does that leave us?
Standing in front of Shady Oaks Retirement Center with an open door.
This is not
I
how I
start
planned this day
taking
to go.
off my
No.
paw glove. But smack her.
He's a him
Him.
cat.
Yes. So this is a male
It
cat.
seems that we'll have a gentleman's duel at some point.
At some
Good day.
But
And I
you
saunter
just
over inside.
slapped me with a glove.
That's true.
So now is
You
the
okay,
duel.
Septimus?
He's
No.
already gone.
He slapped me with a glove.
Here,
This
here.
means
I'm so sorry.
death.
I pick you up in my arms and start petting your head. It's okay. Do not worry.
Come, Maisie. I
What
need to
such
be
a
groomed.
stupid, fat, pompous cat does has no has no consequence on us.
Can I hear her call him a stupid, fat, pompous cat?
You tell me. I believe so.
So you didn't care when your cat smacked Septimus in the face, but you cared.
My cat is not stupid or fat. He's a little bit pompous, but he's not stupid or fat. He's just
he's
fluffy.
quite rude. You must admit. I mean, he not only did he cause a rainstorm in the entire town, he also smacked Septimus in the face with his glove. And you sit there and do nothing. Who is the owner? You are.
You know what? Esteban only does that when he's upset. So maybe your cat upset my cat.
Is he always upset? Because he's been acting like this the entire day since we got here.
He's, picky. Let's just get inside.
Yes. He's
Maisie, where are you? I need to be groomed.
Let's go. Let's start
That's
working.
where we're at.
Come on.
Are you going to groom Lord Esteban inside the building?
I'm trying to usher Luna in.
All right. The two of you enter into
Fine.
Shady Oaks Retirement. The place is packed with pallets of supplies. There's like food trays in cardboard boxes that are all taped up and just left in the hallways. Medical supplies, wheelchairs. It's very cramped with all these things lying around. It looks like there's only one nurse on staff right now, shuffling around and trying to help about 20 different elderly folk who are scattered around the main common room watching television or playing bridge or staring out at open windows. The old woman you saw, Oba-chan, I guess we're calling her, sweet old grandmother girl, I guess, treasured grandmother, is still moving at her incredibly slow speed towards the end of the hallway, and is only about halfway there. And the nurse notices the two of you enter and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't wait for the rain in here."
It's not raining anymore.
Oh, that's unusual.
We're here
but-
to provide assistance if possible, or if wanted.
Oh, are you the? She doesn't say anything. She just. Oh, good, excellent. I need you to take all of these boxes here and move them to the supply room in the back. And she gestures. There are hundreds of boxes, and each of them looks like they weigh a significant amount.
Well, I have no skill points in manual labor.
Fortunately,
I
you
could-
have a cat.
Well, yes, I also could fly with a load.
There's
that's
not
equal.
enough room to fly inside this building.
Okay.
You can't helicopter those boxes in the supply room.
Fly drop.
You can try to magic it. You can attempt to manual labor, of course. That's exactly what you could use here in order to do this.
Can I try to magic the boxes to make them float over there?
Yes, you
this the room?
can. Yeah. Let's talk about this. What's your magic power on the 20th?
It is 6.
That's a good amount of magic power on this particular day. All right, you are attempting to float objects. The belief level in here is lower than even normal. The difficulty of this magic is 7, because it's just an average normal spell. The people in here don't believe in magic. So you're at 11 and 6. You have a 17. You need to roll 2d6, and when they combine, multiplied, be to 17. Wow, that's bad. And I think something really terrible might happen to you as a result of that.
Oh, well.
It's either if you roll double 6s or double 1s, I forget. However, if you roll 2 6s, something bad happens.
I figure since you want to roll low, you want double 1s.
You begin drawing upon the magic in the area, the ambient power around you. And Luna, you're seeing the spell begin to come into effect. What does it look like as you begin casting, Maisie?
It's probably purple light, and the light forms like little words of the spell that spin around and start going around the boxes.
So as you do that, a gentleman approaches you. He's like 6'2". He's wearing a lab coat. He's got a very distinguished curling mustache that's been waxed into position, and like the beard has been made into a spike outwardly. He adjusts his glasses and looks at you and says, "Is that magic? Pish posh! That doesn't exist. Young lady, I insist you stop your sky weaving with your cell phone immediately." And as a result of his disbelief, your magic shatters in front of you. Ridiculous. In this day and age, trying to magic things up, everyone knows that you can't break the first law of thermodynamics, or the other two, or the zeroth. Magic is a ridiculous farce instituted by a collection of women who are attempting to... And he just keeps going on and on. At some point, he begins talking about L'Hôpital's rule. You don't know what that is, but you start getting confused.
I feel like I've fallen asleep in the background. Just
Maisie, what is this gentleman talking about?
He doesn't believe in magic.
He pulls out a piece of
What
chalk and
a
starts writing on the
fool.
walls all of the reasons why magic doesn't exist.
Can I
Can
magically
I-
pants this guy?
I don't think you could do that exact thing, but you could probably do something similar. You can definitely force him to fall asleep if you want to.
Sure.
All right. How much magic do you have left?
I think 6 points of magic points.
All right. according to cat magic, forcing somebody to fall asleep is 9 points. You don't have enough magic
I
to
don't
do
have
it.
enough. How do we get that back? Is it just at the end of the day?
You have to get 10 hours of uninterrupted sleep. You can try to steal his piece of chalk.
Sure.
All right, you can cast Grab and Dash and make off with the chalk instantly.
Yeah, I'll do
All
it.
right, your eyes flash. He's still trying to write, and he's like, as you can see here, I've conclusively proved that magic is not a thing that can exist. Where is my chalk?
Hello, human. Look over here.
All right, you're
You
meowing around a
imbecile
piece
who
of...
doesn't believe in magic.
He doesn't look over there. all he hears is a cat meowing, and he's just like,
meow, meow, meow.
Go
Maisie.
away. We don't allow animals in here. Young woman, is that your animal? It seems very ill-trained. Is that my chalk? Good gobstockers.
Come
Can I
hither.
Can I try to charm the old man with the wonderful smile? thing?
Absolutely. Why don't you tell me what your wonderful smile looks like and what you're going to say to him? Because this is a normal skill. This isn't anything magical. This is just you being you.
Well, she's just flashes a big toothy grin and says, it's okay. He's mine, but I promise, he's just playing. You know.
Playing? I'm trying to help you. This fool thinks magic doesn't exist. How could you let this man go about?
So, with a piece of chalk in your mouth, your tongue keeps hitting it, and you're just like... All right. If you succeed on this roll, he will become your friend.
Is there anything I get from the gem card, the beautiful
Nope.
talent thing?
But you can
Damn.
ask your cat for assistance.
Cat.
I
Do you want to help me here? I don't know what that means.
I don't speak chalk.
He'll just
We
get
should
up
talk
on.
about
He'll
that.
he'll stand up on two legs and spit out and hold the chalk with his paw. What is it?
That's impressive.
Can you help me befriend this man? Just
Why
be
would we
charming.
want to be friend with such a fool?
I'll take that as a no.
What
Alright.
are you going to do after you befriend him?
Try to convince him about magic and all that stuff. Don't worry, it's okay, Esteban. You probably are too busy.
Very well. I
You
believe it's
probably
a waste of
couldn't even help.
time.
Wanted to.
What?
Wow, the reverse psychology card? Is this gonna work? I'm curious, will it work?
What do you mean?
It's okay, I get it. There are some things you're good at, and this is just not one of them. I understand. It's fine.
I beg to differ.
Does he help?
I
Does he
will
help?
help you.
How many cat points do you want to spend?
How many can I give her?
3.
Sure.
All right, you have 3 extra pairs of dice towards this.
So my normal one is 2, so I roll 5d6?
You roll 10d6, and you're looking to get
Okay.
pairs between those two.
I guess to help, I'll walk over to the guy with still standing on both feet and hand him the chalk.
You have a pair of 2s and a pair of 1s. So you don't just succeed, you super succeed.
Yay!
You get a huge success. So the old man is just like, oh, you remind me of an old classmate of mine, a student that I had once many years ago, and I suppose I don't have to teach you anything. Your cat's not so bad. But he snatches the chalk out of the cat's hands.
Well, that was quite rude.
What was
going
I
to
talking
let
about
this
again? And then he his mustache. I'm sorry, young lady. Can you introduce me to your friend or yourself? I'm sorry, unless we've met before.
We haven't met before. I'm
Good,
Maisie.
good.
This is my cat lord, Esteban, and this is my friend, Luna.
You sounded hesitant when you said friend.
I'm not sure if she likes me that much, but this is my friend, Luna.
Oh, I know how it is with young girls. You'll be friends for life.
I feel like I'm still asleep. this whole thing.
Septimus will like nudge at your face. This human smells like crackers. Make him go away.
Yeah, it does smell like crackers. Hello.
So he says, Luna, was that your name? You look like you have low blood sugar. Would you like some saltines? Pulls out a plastic, like, Wendy's thing of saltines. Hands it to you.
No. I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, if you're sure. It's no shame to have low blood sugar. I mean, this is a retirement home.
I mean, is there any sushi here? That sounds simply...
Sushi.
Raw fish?
My goodness, why would you eat fish raw? That's ridiculous. You'd get sick, obviously. Parasites and such.
That's why you prepare it. With salt. Obviously. Clearly you're not as learned as you thought.
He's just laughing. He's just like, ha ha ha. A good jest. A good jest. I've heard many capers in my time as a university professor. Yes, the jape is well accepted.
Well, let it be put on record that you did start the jading or whatever.
Japing. Yes, japing.
Japing, yes.
Jesting?
Yes. Jesting? Not even jesting. It was kind of rude.
What? My apology. I did not mean to insult you. Now, can I take you to your grandparents? Who do you belong to?
We're here to help, actually. We're trying to move these big boxes here.
Oh. Are you sure you shouldn't get a forklift or something?
Is there one around?
No, but I'm just looking at your body weight and, well, even with leverage, it's going to be very difficult, you know.
Yes, physics. That's why.
Don't discount physics. It's very important. This isn't some sort of magic academy.
Well, of course not. This is an old person's home. This is why you are here. This is jesting, right? We're still jesting, right?
No, I mean that was completely logical. I am an old person. This is a retirement home.
Is that what we're doing here? Moving boxes?
I don't know. I still feel like there's something up with the bay being frozen.
What do you mean with the bay being frozen? Were you talking to me or to the cat?
What?
You girls are very odd.
And
Optimus looks very pleased with himself.
In a charming way, I suppose.
I'll take it.
He looks very confused right now.
So
I'm sorry, sir. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what is a university professor doing at a retirement home?
Retiring?
Well, you just said you were a university professor.
I was in university. You never stopped teaching. Never.
Yes, I guess that's true. The only thing that changes are the students.
Oh, I've had many students in my day. You both can see what's about to happen. He's about to tell you about 30 years of graduate students.
Sir, I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Oh,
Professor.
yes. My name is Professor Harry Harvard. That's it, Professor Harry Harvard.
Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, yes. Now, how do you intend to move these boxes?
Hopefully, I will show you. I want to try to cast magic to teleport the boxes into the
Teleport the boxes.
I feel like that's a bad idea because it's just going to break the boxes.
Okay, yeah.
No. It's just that it's harder than flying the boxes because it's
Like
more magic.
levitate the boxes, or
Yeah, we'll go with levitate because actually I forgot today. Like I'm feeling kind of magically weak. So
How strong are you on this day?
I think I have a 4.
That's pretty weak.
Check. Yeah, I'm a 4.
All right, you're flying the boxes. That's a normal spell. It's 11. And unfortunately, the problem is you're already in a place with people who don't believe in magic, and this guy won't believe in magic even if he directly experiences it. So you get a 13.
Okay.
You need to roll your 2d6s together and get lower than a 13.
So roll 2d6.
You get an 8. which I think is good enough. Mathematically, that's yes. You begin floating the boxes in the area, and the nurse is just like watching everything happen and like, what? Everyone else in the place is completely clueless as to what's happening. This guy is like leaning against a floating box, and he's floating along with it, and he's just like, the weight necessary in order to lift this box is at least 55 kilos. You girls don't seem like you're a day over $1.05 in pounds, so you're going to need a lever at least this long with the pedestal. Is that Matlock on the TV? Where am I going anyway?
I'll try to like pull him away from the box so he doesn't float all the way.
All right.
Do like a cat high five. Way to go.
All right. You cast some successful magic, Luna. Over the course of a few minutes, you clear the area out of boxes. There's still plenty of stuff in the way, right? It's still a nursing home full of things in the hallway, but it's way more manageable now. And the nurse just like pulls out a handkerchief and wipes her forehead and is like, "That's a nice job, girls. Nice job indeed. Now, next up, I don't suppose you gals know about medicine."
Yes, actually, that's one of my expertise is making medicine.
Well, excellent, because we can't get any shipments in with the ice, and someone has to help these people. They're about to run out of all of their prescriptions, and I'm very worried about all of them. You know, I've been with them for several years, and she looks like she's on the verge of tears. As she approaches you and gets closer and closer together, you can see that she's overworked, dark circles under her eyes, probably hasn't rested for a while, maybe hasn't eaten all day. She's a little pale.
Maybe.
And while you're talking to her, she's got to like grab somebody who just walks into a wheelchair and just is like pushing it nowhere against the wall.
Do you think you might
Something is
need to go
wrong.
lie down for a little bit?
Oh, who's going to take care of the floor? You see how it is here. No, you girls worry about the medicine, and maybe we can figure something out after that. I'll be
Can
fine.
you get a? Would you mind getting a list of all the prescriptions so I can see what ingredients we need?
So she hands you a list of prescription medicines. None of it makes any sense to you. You know, it's words like ibuprofen. You've never seen this before. You know, you work with like witch hazel and holly and mistletoe.
Is there any is there a library there? Because I'm actually
There is a library here, yes.
I'd like to use my normal skill of reading to try to decipher what is in these medications and kind of translate it, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Can I attempt to help her? I've got that skill too.
Yeah, you can give her an extra pair of dice.
Okay, and I got 5 dice already, or
Wow.
5 in reading books. Yeah, I told you I'm like Twilight Sparkle. It's just minus the magical books. So.
I'm just rolled out.
I thought you had to read books of one. Oh, that's right. It's read magic
That's
books
magical
of one.
books.
All right. Yeah. I'm totally down with this now. All right. So I think you have 6 pairs. You just need to get one.
So 66 again.
And you're literally about to learn medicine here, flipping through the library. Well, actually, you're rolling 12d6, so another 6d6.
Okay. Come on.
And no pairs yet. Double sixes, which is great. Yeah, you get 1 pair.
I think it's actually quadruple. Or yeah, no, 2 double sixes.
No.
If you no, it's
No,
not.
you're
It's,
doing
there's
it
a
in the
1
wrong
before
order.
6.
Because it's all in
Huh?
pairs. All right, so yeah, the two
I
of
didn't see
you
the one.
go over the library. It's mostly Hardy Boys and what was the name of the
Drew?
Nancy Drew. Yeah, I was like, what was the other books that went with Hardy Boys? Goosebumps, that kind of stuff. But you do find several medical texts, and you decipher, diazepam and insulin, and you've never heard of any of these things. They don't use it at Witch Academy, but yeah, you've got a list of all the ingredients and symptoms afflicting the people in this facility.
What funny names they have for things. here.
Yeah, so why are the words so long? Got the diazepam and stuff like that.
I don't know. It makes no sense. Well, I guess it makes some sort of sense now that we're reading it, but well, I'm not entirely sure of your proficiency in mixing medicine.
I don't mix medicine much.
Okay. Well, that's actually my best skill as a witch. So I guess I'll attempt to mix all the medicines together. Do we need to go get the supplies first?
You as a witch carry what you need.
Okay.
Here's the problem though, because you're making medicine for so many people, you're gonna need 2 successes to succeed.
Okay.
So what's your skill level?
6.
Okay, if you think that's good enough.
Can the cat assist with any of this?
Yes.
With the medicine? Okay.
How much do you want to assist with, Septimus?
All of it. How do I, 3?
3?
Is that what the max?
Luna, do you accept help?
Yes, I do accept.
How do you
this.
help, Septimus?
Probably pouncing on her shoulders like a little shoulder rub. You can do it.
That's so freaking cute.
You can do
Moral
it.
support.
I believe in you. Like, you know, like kneading.
Yeah, I
Like
wish my cat would
on
do
the
that
head,
instead of biting me.
give a nice rub. Like I have pull a treat out of my belt. There's a little pouch. It's like, here you go.
Yeah. Yum, yum.
Okay, so then I roll. That's 9 pairs.
Yeah, you need 9 pairs, so 18 d6s. No.
One.
Yes,
There's 2.
yes, no, yes. 3 successes. All right. Yeah.
Emo.
The 2 of you get together, and it's like a My Little Pony music video where you have like a song going on, and you mix together some witch's brews, and there's like floating green vapors and little skulls that pop out of stuff, and weird purple mist covers the floor. Maisie and Esteban, what are you doing while the 2 of them just like rock out and do work, like serious magic?
Taking a glorious cat nap.
Not even a little bit jealous. Wow.
I must recover my strength that I've used.
As he's sleeping, I'm brushing his fur.
All right, make a grooming check.
Oh, what do I do for that?
I think it's a skill, right?
Is it?
Is it? I thought it was.
Ears.
It might not be. I thought it was, though. All right. Oh, no, it's a cat magic. They can automatically groom themselves. All right. Yeah, no, you groom him. How fluffification is he? Like,
The fluffiest he can possibly get.
all right. Okay, I understand. Like, static electricity levels of fluffy?
Yes.
All right. Lord Esteban, do you sleep through this?
Absolutely. I gotta get back my magic points.
I mean, you need to sleep for 10 hours uninterrupted, but sure.
I'll attempt to.
So this is like D&D. You can't just take a 30-minute rest and get everything back.
Yeah, I know. I'll attempt to.
We'll see how long that lasts for you, bud. All right, Luna, Septimus, the 2 of you together make some pretty sick medicine. It's everything they need for days.
Nice work, partner. Great work.
Yeah.
Great work.
Woo. More high fives.
Cat high five.
Pow.
All right, you come back to the nurse, who seems surprised to see you after just one montage length. You've got like this big basket of medicine, and she's like, "My goodness, you girls do some fast work." All right, I'll tell you what. If you feel like you're up for it, I'll let you do the very important work of watching the floor for an hour or 2 while I go.
Get some rest, I hope.
Yeah, so she doesn't say anything. She stops because she's trying to sell it to you like she's giving you an honor, when in fact she's just trying to take a nap.
I do think you really do need some rest. So I know that I'd be happy to help. I'm sure my friend Maisie will be happy to help as well.
Maisie just nods and gives a thumbs up as she's still poofifying.
All right. Your nurse friend begins handing out medicine to everybody in the room. While the two of you take up sentry duty, helping resolve disputes over games of tic-tac-toe and Connect Four, making sure that no one messes with the remote while everyone's watching Matlock reruns. A gentleman approaches you. He's wearing a bathrobe like everybody else, but his is black with red trim, and he's kind of wearing it. He's very Lord Esteban-ish. Like if Esteban was a human and lost like 20 pounds and became a silver fox in his old age, that would be this guy. Like he's got silver hair with just a tinge of red orange on him. Deeply tanned skin. You can tell he still is very energetic and works out and approaches you all with like a glass of some amber liquid and is like, "Ah, so you're the new witch girls watching over all of us."
Yes. We were sent here, so
He ignores you and leans down to introduce himself to the cats.
Septimus is loving this.
I mean, Esteban's still
I was
asleep.
kind of good. I bet you would love this, huh?
He immediately begins scratching Septimus behind the ears with his left hand, and he's like, "Yes, you are a very fine cat."
You may speak.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying, but...
Said you can talk.
of course. Well,
Thank you for recognizing me now.
my apologies. Young lady, did you know that you have cat ears?
No! When did these happen? Septimus did not tell me that I had cat ears. Yes, I did it to myself.
It's, very unique look.
Thank you. That's what I was going for. You're too kind.
And you, young lady, what is the name of this fantastic creature you're holding?
Is he talking about Lord Esteban?
Lord Esteban.
This is Lord Esteban.
Do you mind if I... He's like gesturing towards Esteban.
Well, he doesn't like being pat on the head, but he's asleep, so...
I understand. He immediately begins petting Esteban on the stomach, ruffling his stomach fur.
You're muted.
You're muted.
What an unman!
Esteban, you wake up and you basically see the human version of you petting your stomach.
What? My goodness, this man's glorious. Who is this?
What is your name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Oh, the name's Ronaldo.
Ronaldo? Like the soccer player?
Yes.
He
Okay.
seems glorious like me, but yet he still talks some gibberish like most humans.
He said his name's Ronaldo.
Quite an astute name.
He
Very
says your
well, you
name
may
is
pet me.
astute.
All
You
right.
have given permission to pet him.
He continues to pet Lord Esteban on the stomach and says, "Now that's a cat with style right there."
Don't worry, Septimus. Yeah,
It's a cat with something, all right.
Pat your head. Don't worry.
Septimus, you're a fine cat as well. Now, I assume you girls are here about the new witch in town.
We weren't briefed on that by the Elder Witch. No.
Oh, you met with
She
the
said we're
Elder
going-
Witch.
You just said we were going to a old folks home for old people like you.
That's true. This is an old folks' home, and they are people like me. You know, I dated the Elder Witch once in my younger years. He
It's
like,
been a long time ago.
oh, you're right. It has been some time. And you know how it is with humans. We move at a different speed than you witches.
No, I don't.
Touché. Well, this new witch around town, she and her cat, I think, have been causing trouble. I'm sure you've seen the bay and all of that noise.
Yes, we've heard that it's been frozen over. Supplies cannot get in, and people cannot come home.
Well, it's a very serious problem, young lady. You see, there's a festival around this time of year called Christmas. I used to be the postmaster general of these parts, and I retired last year, but they keep trying to call me back into work. Apparently, none of the kids are going to get their Christmas gift this year. It's hanging heavily over the hearts of everybody in town. More importantly, they say it's not going to snow by Christmas. If only there was someone who could do something about all of this. And then he looks at the cats with the twinkle in his eye like, that's right, I got these witches. I got them. He thinks he's being very clever, but what about you, witches? How do you feel about this?
I mean, it's clear that you would like us to do something about this.
Oh, I would
and
never
what was your
impose
name?
upon
Ronaldo.
a witch. That would be impertinent of me.
No, we must do something to help. Those poor
Oh,
children
well,
can't
if you
be sad.
insist. Yeah, oh, of course.
I'm sure Luna would be happy to help too.
Well, yes, but I'm also concerned about what the old lady said about the witch she saw and who she's related to.
No, forget
You
about
remember
all
that
that.
conversation?
Charitable season. Remember that part of the conversation.
Right,
There's
but
sad
there's
children.
of course
Sad children everywhere. He
no one
takes a
wants to
sip
see
out of
sad
his glass.
no one wants to see children cry or sad on Christmas. But I mean, we can't just forget about the bigger picture too. We can think about both things at the same
We
time.
can do both. It'll be easy. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Why can't the children be sad for once? It's a good lesson to learn. Not everything is grand and wonderful like it usually is for me.
Can I? Never mind.
You don't understand them.
Yeah.
In fact, Lord
Mason's just
Esteban right
gonna
there
sigh.
just sounds like a bell, just like.
Gee, sounds like Esteban has some gas. Or is full of hot air.
The gentleman, Ronaldo,
I
laughs
guess
as well. He's like,
that's a miss. High five.
Good one.
Lord Esteban, what a kidder, I can already tell. Well, it sounds like you girls have decided to help the town out of the goodness of your heart. I wish you well on that. Merry Christmas and a happy Walpurgisnacht, whatever that means.
It's before Christmas.
You too.
And thank you.
So he kind of peacock struts away like he's just saved everybody with how clever he is. Taking sips of his glass, and then he's just like, no, where did I put my glasses? You can see he's clearly got the glasses on his head. And I feel like this is a good time to take our break right at the halfway point.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. We'll be back in about 7 minutes for the second half. Stick around. Who knows what will happen? If the first half was any indication, we'll spend 3/4 of the time arguing outside of the retirement home. And then we'll cast a bunch of magic really quickly and solve everybody's problems. I'll see you on the far side of 7 minutes. Enjoy the music and enjoy the art.